Yep, with lots and lots of cookies and with endless chocolate cookie recipes out there. I think we all need a go-to, something that we can lean on around these special occasions like Mother's Day. And today we're going to share ours with you. Mother's Day is obviously just around the corner. We don't say that to make you nervous, but rather get excited. And if you're thinking of gifting her with something that tastes out of this world, simply whip up a batch of our Olive Pride chocolate chunk cookies and thank us later. And Michaela is here to take us through it. You're so crazy, okay? Because olive oil, we have actually done this before in our kitchen.
I feel like I've done this one before.
A version of,
yeah,
for
it's clearly
sure.
a winner.
Understandably so, and I wasn't kidding about it. Everyone kind of needing a go-to. Like for some, there was that like banana bread recipe that gets handed down. For some, it's a peanut butter cookie. For some, it's the egg flapjacks, which I still can't do.
Flapjacks are always one.
My son still teases me every day, like, because he's seen me turn into the Hulk trying to make flapjacks and pancakes. So like, he gets it. But you've got to have that one. When it comes to chocolate chip cookies, you want to have a standard that you can pass on to your kids and you can utilize and maybe make with your kids for Mother's Day. And moms love it when the kids get involved. It's
100%.
really special.
And what's easier than a cookie with kids? It's kind of like the least messy of
completely.
All of them.
It's a safe mess because you want a bit of mess because that's learning and that's
100%.
fun, okay, but in a controlled environment. So
clearly you're a parent.
I've learned the hard way, okay, and I'm also quite messy in the kitchen. So we've used our Olive Pride to get us going. Now, talk me through what you're doing in this process. You've got the Olive Pride in the sugar.
Yes, so you want to cream it all together.
Okay.
So just add that, and then we're going to add in 2 eggs, one at a time, and cream in between each of them. Whenever you're making like cookies or cakes or anything, you need a fat content. So the olive oil in this case, yes.
Oh, and a beautiful smooth, I would imagine, kind of mouthfeel as well when it's whipped into the experience. And you can experience literally the new face of Clover Olive Pride oils. Looks a little bit different, maybe had a little facelift, but it's your same trusted choice for premium olive oil. That's the bottom line. It's the same great formulation that has been an absolute winner. It just has a beautiful, fresh new look and a pourability that's been improved, undoubtedly. And if you want to get the soft, chewy center just right, we're using our Olive Pride blend that also adds a unique and distinct flavor. Because for me, the fun of chocolate is you can pair it with chili. You can pair dark chocolate and egg is amazing. Chili, egg, and dark chocolate. Just try that out for a spin. Maybe with a bit of avo in the mix there. I love the fact that Olive Pride can be used in so many different ways here. But to the chocolate, it's going to add kind of a funkiness to this mix. And I think
I'm still confused by the eggs and chocolate.
I will make you breakfast like that.
Please don't.
I will make you breakfast like that. The great Willie Harcourt Coos, who kind of reintroduced chocolate to the world, used to make me breakfast during one of the big kind of trade cooking shows. And it was exactly that. Shavings of dark chocolate, a little bit of red chili.
What content?
What do you mean, what content?
Like what
hardcore,
content of
like go hard,
chocolate?
like 90.
Like 100%, okay.
Nice and bitter, and it just works so beautifully with the flavor profile of the yolk. Beautiful, but I digress. Okay, so we've got our wet mixture.
Wet, creamed, dry, into it. Or whichever way you feel like going.
Okay, so it's not going to break it if you do it
for
the other way around.
And I've seen people do this test. It actually does. There's no difference.
Okay.
Wet into dry or dry into wet. It all just depends on your own preference. So a lot of people have debunked that.
What if we've just started a giant fight now in someone's kitchen? There's a mom and there's a daughter, and they're like, no, it has to be like this. No, it has. It's okay. You can do it. Yeah, you can do it. Either way, it's perfectly fine. We've got quite a wet mixture here as well. Looking at our dough, it's not a dry, because we want like a nice soft, gooey center with a big cookie. You want that. You want to have the pleasure of the toffiness in the middle with the crack on the outside, yeah?
Yeah, I love a chewy cookie.
Oh, it's got to be that.
But it can't taste raw.
Exactly.
There's a fine line.
I like that. So that being said, how do you know when you're baking your cookie? You just take one out and test it, yeah?
No. Because cookies, you need to let them firm up. They're one of those things, like you cook them, you take them out, and if you touch it, it still feels raw. You have to let them sit for at least like 20 minutes till it firms up again.
Not too close to the windowsill.
The what?
The windowsill where little prying hands. I'm just thinking of like those old Edwardian comics where kids constantly
stealing
used to steal
the pies
baked goods
and
or
everything.
steal pies and stuff. But there was a reason why we did that. It's because you need the baked goods. Absolutely lovely. Okay, so wrap up the recipe quickly for us.
Then you add your choc chips in there. Okay, that's done. Yeah, and you mix it together.
Mix it together and pop it into little balls.
Yeah. So what you do is you just take a little lump I find hands are the best way to do everything.
Yeah?
Roll it into a ball,
I think mine might be a little bit bigger, but no, there we go.
put them on a
Perfect.
baking tray, and then just use the rest of your finger just to soften it down a little. Because what's going to
Yes.
happen is these are going to expand quite a bit. So you need to keep at least a little bit of space in between each of them.
So you can teach your kids spatial awareness. There is a learning opportunity in this recipe. I absolutely love it. And then, of course, your house is going to fill with the smell of baking cookies, which we absolutely love. And I think that's what Mom wants to wake up to. So don't be confused by the gorgeous new look of our Olive Pride. The same trusted quality, beautiful flavor profile in every bottle. She just looks a little bit more beautiful. Michaela, thank you so much. I'm so glad you've made an absolute whack of the dough. We're going to make as many of these cookies as we can and then have a little bit of fun. But if you're going to try this yourself, we want to see the results. In fact, we want to see Mom's face on Mother's Day when she wakes up to these beautiful cookies. Michaela, genius, absolute genius. Love it. I want to taste the dough now.
Experience the new face of Clover Olive Pride Oils. Your same trusted choice for premium olive oil. Same great formulation, fresh new look.